Talk to me about Washington Post, this fracas that's gone on with the newspaper. What's happened?
So for the first time in 30 plus years, the Washington Post decided not to endorse anybody, which is kind of a veiled way of saying we're not endorsing Kamala, because every single election they've always voted or endorsed for the Democrat candidate.
Right.
And it doesn't really matter in terms of voters at this point, because newspapers have diminishing relevance, and the swing state voter worrying about their economic conditions doesn't really care about the Washington Post editorial board. But where it is significant is the symbolism of it, because it's owned by Jeff Bezos. He had tangled with Trump in the past during the administration, but for him to do this, whether it's a preference cascade emanating out of Elon Musk joining up with him, and other billionaires in Silicon Valley are breaking free of the mold that they've been captured by on the left, or whether it's something else that he sees the writing on the wall possibly about the results next week. It's interesting.
He's trying to get out from under. I think
could be that as well.
He thinks Trump's going to win, and he doesn't want to have a fight with him if he is president.
Could be self-preservation. He's in the space race. Blue Origin is one of his companies versus Elon Musk's one. So who knows? There's many things, but it's a big deal for that reason.
Do you think we're going to see more of that in the next couple of days before Tuesday? More people sort of hedge their bets thinking that Trump won't get there?
I think that's happening, but the key thing is what's happening in the swing state. The interesting thing for me is that the young black men and young Latina men, and I think also the fact that there are more Republicans registered and more Republicans doing early voting. I still think the Democrats have a good shot in Pennsylvania. The question is, can you win sufficient electoral college votes to win the presidency without Pennsylvania?
Just quickly, it's not a feature of their system, early voting in postals like it is here, but we are seeing some pretty interesting early results.
They've pushed to do that, and Republicans have always avoided it and shunned it. This time, they've really focused on it, and that is going to make a bigger difference, more than endorsements, more than the comedian, more than anything else, because Republicans are actually ahead in the Sun Belt states. It's never happened. That's a tectonic plate shift, and they're behind in Pennsylvania, but by less. So it's very interesting if they win or at least lose by less in the early vote category. They're coming into a very strong position because they typically do very well on election day.
Okay, the clock's on me. Trump, Kamala Harris, Tuesday night. Who?
I think Trump is going to scrape in.
I think Trump will actually win by a bigger margin than we think.
I think it's Trump too, I have to say.